Chapter 13. The Wrath of Mother Earth. Earthquakes, volcanoes, tidal waves and tsunamis. Drought. In nature, there are frequent changes. Things appear smooth and pleasant when our existence is in balance with nature. Natural disasters occur when living creatures on Earth succumb to the wrath of nature. These disasters may be in the form of rains, storms, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, tidal waves, tsunamis and drought. Natural disasters can cause damage to life and property. Earthquakes. An earthquake is a sudden shaking of the ground caused by movements or vibrations deep inside the earth. It is caused by severe shock waves that travel through the solid rocks under the ground to the surface. These vibrations release great energy and can cause the ground to quiver. The earth can be divided into 4 layers: crust, mantle, outer core and inner core. Layers of the earth. The crust of the earth is made up of both large and small plates. The layers of the earth beneath the plates are hot and molten because the core below is extremely hot. These layers under the plates are constantly moving. The plates often slide against one another smoothly as a result of such movements. But occasionally, the abrupt motions between the plates can cause earthquakes. The point under the ground where the earthquake begins is called the focus, and the corresponding spot on the surface of the earth is called the epicenter. After the first big quake, smaller quakes or tremors may continue to occur. These are called aftershocks. These occur when rocks that have been moved out of place start falling back into place. Measuring an earthquake. When an earthquake lasts for some time, structures such as houses, buildings and bridges shatter, roads crack and communication systems collapse. There is loss of life and property. Waves produced by earthquakes travel over the entire earth. They can be detected with an instrument called a seismograph. People who study earthquakes are called seismologists. They work to forecast earthquakes so that those who will likely be impacted have enough time to evacuate. The seismograph consists of a frame, a spring, a stone, a drum, paper and a pen. The spring slides the pen across the paper wrapped around the drum as the earth trembles. This reading or pattern obtained on the paper is called a seismogram. Earthquakes of high intensity often cause great destruction on the Earth's surface. Seismograph. Wire. Frame. Weight. Pen. Seismogram. Base. Earthquakes are measured on the Richter scale. This scale was invented by Charles Richter in 1935. The Richter scale starts from magnitude 1 and upward. Earthquakes of magnitudes 1 or 2 indicates a quake that can hardly be felt, but those of 3 or 4 can be felt. The ones that measure 5 or 6 cause major damage. The value of 8 or higher indicates massive earthquake. Micro, minor, light, moderate, strong, major, great. Volcanoes. A volcano is an opening on the Earth's surface which allows hot, molten rock, ash and gases to escape out. These emerge from the crust through a vertical tunnel known as a vent. Lava is the name for this heated, molten rock. The lava spreads over the land, sometimes covering an entire region. When lava is below the Earth's surface, it is called magma. When the lava cools down, it solidifies and forms rocks. Volcanoes are usually found in the form of conical mountains. Some volcanoes develop beneath the sea. Volcano. Magma. lava, crater, vent. Based on the frequency of eruptions, volcanoes can be active, dormant, or extinct. Active volcanoes, volcanoes that have erupted in the recent past or may erupt any time, are called active volcanoes. Many active volcanoes can be found around the Pacific Ocean, giving rise to the Pacific Ring of Fire. Mount Vesuvius, Mount Etna, Mount Erebus and Mount Fuji are some well-known active volcanoes. Dormant volcanoes, volcanoes that have not erupted for several years but may erupt in the future, are called dormant volcanoes. Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania is an example of dormant volcano. Extinct volcanoes, volcanoes which have stopped erupting and are not expected to erupt in future, are called extinct volcanoes. Some islands have been formed by the eruption of undersea volcanoes. The Emperor Seamount chain in the Pacific Ocean and the Zuidwal volcano in the Netherlands are examples of extinct volcanoes. Tidal waves and tsunamis. The periodic rise and fall of the water level is known as a tidal wave. It is caused by the gravitational forces acting between the Sun, Moon and the Earth. There have been reports of tidal waves as tall as 15 meters. Storm waves impact the land if the tide is already high. The speed of these enormous waves is 800 kilometers per hour. As a result, the area suffers loss of life and property. Tsunami, pronounced tsunami, is a Japanese word meaning harbor wave. Tsunamis are massive ocean waves caused by undersea earthquakes, volcanic eruptions and landslides. In a tsunami, storm waves from the sea come rolling towards the shore. The waves approach the land and swell up into enormous waves as a result of the vast amounts of water traveling at a fast pace. They cause destruction on the seashore within seconds. Drought. It is claimed that a region is experiencing drought if it experiences long stretches of no rain or significantly less rain than usual. However, drought is not just brought on by a lack of rain. Drought conditions can be brought on by hot, dry winds, extremely high temperatures and the evaporation of moisture from the ground. Synopsis. Earthquakes cause loss of life and property. The earth can be divided into 4 layers: crust, mantle, outer core and inner core. After the first big quake, smaller quakes or tremors may continue to occur. These are called aftershocks. Seismologists use seismographs to measure earthquakes on the Richter scale. Volcanoes occur when lava from deep within the earth rushes out through weak in the crust. Volcanoes can be active, dormant, or extinct. Tidal wave is caused by the gravitational forces acting between the Sun, Moon, and the Earth. Drought conditions can be brought on by hot, dry winds, extremely high temperatures and the evaporation of moisture from the ground.